Hi everyone. This week we're going to be talking about two things, totems and sculptures. And first of all, I'm going to show you a picture of a totem. This first photo here is of totem poles. Totem poles were made by Native American peoples, and they usually represented animals and other faces, people. They represented individual families, and they would sort of tell the story of that family. So each section, each face, each animal might tell of a different story, might tell of a different person in that family. And they were stacked up on top of one another, and they were quite tall. This picture here is of a sculpture called the Seven Magic Mountains, and it's in the desert in Nevada. And as you'll notice, there are 7 stacks of rocks, all painted different colors. This too tells a story, but it's a little bit different. The artist, I actually had never heard of this sculpture before, so here's where teachers and adults can learn something too. I had seen a picture of it online and knew nothing about it, so I did a little research. And it turns out that this artist wanted to say something about how you're in the middle of the desert, but not very far away is Las Vegas and some big cities and a lot of man-made things. So this sort of represents that just the difference between the natural world, things that are found in nature, and things that are made by man. So, but much like totems, they're stacked up high, one on top of the other. I wanted to show you this picture because I want you to notice the people in this picture and just how large those stacks of rocks actually are. So that gives us a little bit of perspective. So as you can see from the pictures, a sculpture is something that you can see all the sides of. So it's different than a painting or a drawing where you can only see the one side, or it's only meant to be viewed from the one side. A sculpture is something that you can see multiple sides of. So now we're going to get into the project that you're actually going to make, and you're going to have a choice of a lot of different materials depending on what you have at home. So I went out and found some rocks and painted them. So that is an option if you have a yard or you go hiking and you have a space where you can do that. I went and found a bunch of different size rocks. I tried to find some that were a little bit flat for stacking. What I did first is I painted them white. If you don't have white paint, that's fine. If you don't have any paint, that's fine. You can color them with markers or crayons or glue paper to it, however you want to decorate it. So I'm going to kind of show you a little bit. Now what I learned is that it's actually kind of tricky to stack rocks, right? So I have to kind of find the best side for stacking. They're pretty tricky. So I've got 2 to balance. It really kind of shows you how difficult this was, that those sculptures look really simple, but they're not really easy. So maybe I should have gone with this one. All right. Boy, this is tricky. All right. So I'm going to keep working on this, and we'll come back to it. So I will show you, I will take a picture of mine once I actually get it stacked up, but I don't want you to have to sit here and wait and watch for that. But be on the edge of your seat and wait for that picture. The other thing you could do, seems we all have a lot of recycling. I'm sure we're home a lot more, and we have a lot of these toilet paper tubes. I also had, I think it was a toothpaste box that I painted white. So any little cardboard containers, tubes, things like that. Again, I painted them white first, but you could color directly on them. You could also wrap them in paper and glue it. Then what you're going to do is you can cut it into different sizes. And the easy way to connect cardboard is by cutting slits. And that slit is just a little cut like this. Ready? So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to show you. Okay. So I didn't cut all the way. I just cut part of the way. See that? And so here's some that I painted and cut already. Let's see. Oh, this one I didn't cut. All right. So this one is cut. You can see it has little these little slits in it. You see, there's one right there. Okay, and what you want to do is force the other piece into that slit, into those slits. See, and they will stay together. So you can make a tower like this. You can even use both square and, see, I did a little mess up with my paint there. Whoops, but see, the tricky thing about building a sculpture is there's a little bit of science to it, right? So you have to get it to balance. I'm going to tip my camera down a little bit, all right? So I can see that this side is way heavier. So I'm going to have to start putting some more on this side. So in this case, mine isn't a true totem like it was there in the pictures because it's not going straight up, but that's all right. All right, but I'm going to build kind of a tower. And this is sort of my sculpture so far. All right. Now, if you don't have rocks or any recycling that you can use, you're like, Ms. Kerman, I don't have any of those things. You can try to build it out of whatever other things you have. Maybe you have some clear plastic seltzer bottles that you could use. Maybe you want to save the caps from milk cartons or juice bottles, things like that. Get creative. We're really just trying to build a sculpture that gets stacked up somehow. All right, whether it's just by balance and gravity like this. Oh, see, I'm getting there. It's getting taller. Or it's actually sort of connected like my cardboard. All right, so once you're done, oh my goodness, I've gotten five rocks. Oh boy, I don't think I can go for 6. I'm a little nervous about that. So anyway, once you get your sculpture up the way you want it, a cool thing I thought we could do that would be similar to the picture that I showed you is like maybe you could set up a little scene. If you have some small toys, so I'm going to move this guy out of the way. Maybe you have some tiny toys here that are admiring the sculpture. So here's some tiny sculptures. They're going, oh, wow, that is just a beautiful sculpture. So here's my little scene. So I'm going to take a picture of that and I will post it. Have fun, get creative, use whatever you have. Again, if you really are stuck and you're like, I have nothing to build with, draw me a picture. That's always acceptable. If you'd like to draw a picture of some sort of totem, yours also don't have to be solid color. Like say you want yours to tell a story and on each piece here, you'd like to draw a picture of a family member or a friend. That's fine too. You can make yours a little more like the Native American ones if you'd like. If you'd like to just draw some patterns on there, that's fine too. If you want to keep making it even taller, go for it. I hope you have fun with this, and I can't wait to see what you do. So have a great week. Talk to you soon.